y'all, welcome back to my channel where I'm on a journey to achieve my financial goals and hopefully motivating you to achieve yours as well. So today we're just going to be doing a quick budget with me. Of course, I like to keep track of my budget just because I am on a journey to achieving financial independence and I just need to keep track of my expenses to make sure my investments can cover my living expenses because that's the ultimate goal of financial independence. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So first off with my mortgage, if you watched my video where I talked about how I recently refinanced my house to do a cash back on it, then you would know that my mortgage payment is now about $13.87. So I just need to update that amount. All right, and then my student loans, of course, they're still in forbearance, but I am going to try to qualify for a certain type of student loan repayment plan, and I'm going to talk about that later on in another video, but they're going to still stay the same amount. My food bill, so for right now, I'm just going to leave this at the amount that is at. But next month, I am going to really focus on trying to cut that expense and seeing if it's just a matter of my lifestyle as far as like me, if I want to not cook or what have you, or if it's just inflation as far as the groceries are going up each month. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. But for right now, I'm okay with leaving that at the amount that it's at. For gas, you know, when we do eventually stop working, I don't see why we would spend so much money in gas if we're not going to work every day. So I'm going to leave that there. For car expenses, this part usually includes like when we do oil changes or just car maintenance. So I'm budgeting about $62 per month there for that, like a sinking funds. And so I'm going to leave that. My HOA is still about the same. It's still about $20 per month. I put for escrow shortage, I put about $42 a month as far as like a sinking funds for that as well. Just because, especially with the value of houses increasing, I'm usually short on my escrow. So I end up having to pay about $500 in our shortage amount for escrow, so I still like to keep budget for that. Our car insurance is actually increasing. Let me actually get this new amount. Yeah, I'm actually switching car insurance companies. So what'll happen is that my car insurance is actually going to go up, but I'm also bundling it with my homeowner's insurance. So my homeowner's insurance is actually going to go down. So I felt like that was a good trade-off. All right, so this is going to go up to $203.24. All right. So now my phone is still the same. I actually think my internet is a little bit lower than that. Yeah, my internet is only $59.99, which is what they told me it would be. But for some reason they had charged me an extra amount, so then I was like, maybe they forgot to key it. And I never called them to try to correct it or anything. So yeah. So now for my light. So as you can see, it's like a little red exclamation point there. And that's just because I usually have this average. So I'm just going to show y'all what my lights in order looks like right now. So for my, just to average this out. And then just go ahead and do this. So we're going to put $149.62 for my lights. I recently replaced my HVAC, so that may be a factor as to if my lights decrease or not. And then let's see for my water, just to average that out as well. And of course, this is just me keeping track of my lights and water over the last several months, just to get an average amount of how much I should expect to spend on my utilities and electricity. So we're going to put $130.48. And so this has been the same. I do remember that. And then this is just like medical expenses. Let me correct that. This is just medical expenses because I had it as deductions because this did start off as a regular budget where I had to try to budget for my deductions that are taken out of my paycheck. But of course, once I achieve financial independence, I'm not going to have deductions. And so I'm just going to have to pay medical expenses. So I'm going to go ahead and get that corrected. And I guess my plan for when I achieve financial independence is to try to do marketplace insurance. And right now our income is low enough where we wouldn't have a monthly premium with the tax credit. So then we would just be paying our medical expenses out of pocket up until we reach our deductible amount. And so what this includes right here for this amount is just like if all of us go to the doctor and of course pay it out of pocket like once per year for like our regular annual appointment. So as like a sinking funds for that, I budget about $170 per month. All right, so altogether my expenses are about $31.89. Since I am on a journey to achieve financial independence, I am focusing on investments that's going to produce us a monthly income. And if you watched our latest net worth update video, then you would know about how much we have saved and invested. So if we were to just go ahead and put all of our money into the market, so we would have about $985, of course, just from our investments, the return that we're going to receive from that. So that means that we would need about $2,200 per month from our job in order to still cover our current living expenses, because our investments do produce us an income as well. So, which is about $985. So just subtracting our investment income from our living expenses, we would still only need about $2,200 per month from our job. But yeah, that is our budget for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.